accuracy. Oh. Oh, twisted like let's wait this one. Destroyers over there. Interesting. I know some more we have. We got Kaiser.
Engine boost activated.
Dark cruising.
Enemy cruiser sunk. Smoke screen set. Hull breach. We're taking on water quickly. Problem solved, sir. Enemy destroyer
Enemy cruiser support. Kaiser, you will die today. Take that, Kaiser. Yes, I have balls to steal out of here. I'm going to take more in that swap me, you see. That's the best you got done. And you will pay for that best. Just come up here and just conquer over here, son. That's like we do over here. We just conquer people. We conquer. My mother could shoot better than that, and she was a saint.
main turret critically damaged.
Oh, hello. Aw, he want to get close and personal. Don't worry, my counter. I get close and personal with you. Yes, retreat, my counter. It will not save you. Take that, you Nazi. We show no pity or remorse. Now face me, because I'm not getting off this base. Damn, we need heavy hits now. God damn. Aim at the other one. Hey, Pansy, come over here, you freaking pansy. We must hold to believe. We will not get off this base. I don't give a crap how many bombs come at my ship. They're gonna take more than that to get me to. Right. So we're here to win a war. Come on, bro. It's gonna take more than that to stop some noise, he said. Is that the best you got? Holmes. Aww. You wanna go off road. If that were your best carrier, then I pity you. Come on, buddy, shoot some more of them torpedoes. Oh crap, he gotta get that smoke in there. There we go. There we go. Man, you say I hate this destroyer over here. There you get, sir, for trying to outsmart the destroyer warship. Come on, boy, we gotta go kill some Nazis. We gotta kill some Democrat Nazis, boys. We gotta kill some socialists. Or whatever you wanna call them, socialists, dictators, death to them all. I gotta say that with all the on, you know. Apparently. We must conquer this base. We must conquer all these bases of all the enemies. But we got a torpedo plane. They're gonna take more than that carrier to get me to not go in that base. I prefer to get close and personal with my prey.
Smoke generator started. Engine boost activated.
My mother could have shot better than that.
Smoke screen set.
killed me a warship. That what counts. Death to the Nazis. Death to the Nazis. I require that payment. I saw a warship in 1941. How do you know if you met the Nazis? That's a dang good question too, man. Person called a child named Dad who named a child after
Isidore Heath Campbell, according to some information I found on Wikipedia.
It's even crazy, man. Right. Nuts, man. We would have named a old child after him. Yeah, we gotta see that video again.
That's the other children also taken into state custody. I'd say it's all because children have Nazi-inspired memories.
The last time the Campbell family was together at home was 3 years ago. On January 2009, the government took custody of their son, Adolf Hitler Campbell, Joycelyn Aryan Nation, and Hansel Hitler. Now a fourth child has been removed from the Campbell's care, taken by authorities just 17 hours into use. The parents, who are openly Nazi supporters, argue they should have the right to pick the names they choose.
There was no neglect, no abuse, just the children's names. So they did take them over.
Hey, why your boy take a child this is abuse? They couldn't leave the children. They decided on name it for me.
They did take them over the children's names.
But legal documents suggest Child Protection Services found several examples of abuse in the New Jersey home. The agency would not discuss details of the case as U.S. law protects children's privacy. The Campbells are only able to see their children for 2 hours a week. The story first caught the public's eye when Shaw refused to make a birthday cake with the name Adolf Hitler inscribed.
Like, it's not a very good idea to name your child Adolf Hitler.
What's so wrong? It's a knucklehead wouldn't name his son after a war.
That represents hate and destruction. I can't imagine that your family life would be so much more loving.
You don't know
Nobody has a problem with my son's
that dude got a hip.
I know his full name, kids. He plays soccer.
You crazy.
That's what I'm saying.
What's that?
Latest custody battle. Hope to see their 3-day-old boy off.
Hans. Oh, that ain't the money called Hitler now. Hans. Man, if all you name your child after Hitler now. I prefer to name my child after Putin. Not Hitler. Now, good at it now. That's an honorable name.
Remember, no bastard ever won a war.
Is it illegal to name your child after Hitler?
According to Stacker, name meaning, the name of the leader of Nazi Germany. Reason for ban, it's offensive. Several countries have forbidden future children from being named after the genocidal German dictator, but the United States isn't one of them.
So them people were wrong taking that man's child just because he wanted to name after Hitler. They didn't make a law saying it can't be did. So if I'm gonna name my child after Putin, then they ain't got no business taking my child. Is it legal if you want to name your child after Vladimir Putin? What names in the United States are illegal to name your children after? What names in the United States is illegal to name your children after?
Here's a summary from WBZ News Radio. These baby names are illegal in the U.S. King, Queen, Jesus Christ, 3, Santa Claus, Majesty, Adolf Hitler, Messiah, and more.
When they Adolf Hitler again? Okay, is that you can't name your child after King, you can't name your child after Queen, you can't name your child after Jesus Christ. I can understand that. You can't name your child the Santa Claus. You can't name your child Santa Claus. Santa Claus ain't real. Other than that, it was so you can't name it after. Apparently, you can't name your child after Adolf Hitler. And Messiah. You can't name your child after that. You tell me some jail time that kids you name your child after that. Is it illegal in the United States to name your child after President Vladimir Putin? I don't think it's illegal. He killed enough people. Nah. What would happen if you named your child after Saddam Hussein in the United States? You gotta be crazy, man. I don't think that's illegal there, man. They made that way illegal. Man named his child after Saddam Hussein.
Here is information from Wikipedia.
I gotta get straight about something. Saddam.
Sometimes his food and toys are ordered online, but today he's going to Tractor Supply, where dogs are always welcome. He'll find the brands he loves at everyday low prices.
What did he do? Did he get killed with his dad or something? Girls, Saddam, I would have shot Saddam and said, that dude crazy over there. What would happen if you kill an ISIS terrorist in America? Now that's a good question. I think they'll let you go. I think they'll literally let you walk away. You kill an ISIS terrorist. They gotta make sure it's ISIS terrorist. What would happen if a citizen shot an ISIS terrorist in America? This kills on point now, man. We need to know. What is the most wanted terrorist in the world? The world's most wanted terrorist. Okay, FBI list. Okay. Oh, they got a female on here. I know what her name is. She's a terrorist, most wanted terrorist. And it's a female. I'll shoot her, man. How much they cost? How much they would pay me to shoot her? She's a terrorist anyway. Personally, she need to be shot. And he's a Chinese dude. He's a terrorist. Do they got wanted signs on these people's heads? They need to give me a job just to kill terrorists. And they pay me when I kill. Most wanted. I don't know. There's some black dude. He's wanted. I wouldn't mind taking him out. He's a wanted terrorist. This dude looks like he's from Saudi Arabia. I feel like he's a terrorist. He looks like a terrorist. This dude here looks like some type of terrorist. He's a creepy dang terrorist, man. Is Kim Jong-un on this list? I don't think he's on this list yet. Oh, there's some females on here. I don't have an issue with killing a female terrorist. I personally would kill one. If you're a terrorist, yes, there's a terrorist. Yeah, it's a real one. A dog being terrorist. Leo. Wanted people. Who is the most wanted person on the earth, dead or alive? Who is now on the world's most wanted list? Interesting. I feel like that dude from Saudi Arabia should be on this list. That dude running Saudi Arabia, he should be on this list because he's a dictator. Who is the most depthless man on the planet? Why would I ask this question? Who is the most dangerous person wanted on this planet? Yeah, these are the most dangerous people on the planet, man. They're just some dangerous people, man. They don't even look that dangerous until you meet them in person, I guess. Dude, that dude, he might be dead. Who knows? He looked like he might be a Klansman. I don't know, he doesn't look that way. And we go on YouTube. Most wanted people on this planet, man. It's very interesting to know who the most wanted.
Which faction do I fit into in Middle Earth?
Which side would you choose? Evil or good?
FBI, DEA, State Department, even the Environmental Protection Agency, and the U.S. Postal Service all have their own most wanted criminals. And these are some of the worst homegrown criminals you might be living next door to. Jason Derek Brown, wanted by the FBI. Jason Derek Brown is wanted by the FBI for the murder of an armored car guard in 2004. Waiting in ambush outside a movie theater, Brown shot the guard while money was being loaded onto the vehicle, then fled with the stolen cash. Brown speaks fluent French and has a penchant for showing off his money. According to the FBI, Brown habitually frequented nightclubs and flaunted his wealth, probably because his personality sucks and he had no other way of attracting women. A wanted man by the FBI, not women. Brown is still on the run and is believed to be armed and dangerous. He has family ties to California, Arizona, and Utah, where he's believed to frequent. He might also be in your local ER after the absolute roasting infographics just served him. If you come across Brown, the FBI is offering a $200,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. Eric Flores El Ortega, wanted by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. Eric Flores El Ortega is wanted by the ATF for making false statements in connection with the acquisition of firearms and for smuggling weapons. Indicted in 2015, El Ortega was busted in connection with a Mexican military operation that discovered assault rifles, pistols, and even 50-caliber rifles, along with thousands of rounds of ammunition, all smuggled into Mexico from the U.S. Shortly after his indictment, El Ortega is believed to have fled the country and is likely residing in Mexico, where he probably has strong cartel affiliations. Rafael Caro Quintero, wanted by the DEA and FBI. A notorious Mexican drug lord, Rafael Caro Quintero was arrested after the torture and murder of an American DEA undercover agent in 1985. After bribing a police chief, Quintero fled to Costa Rica, where he was later arrested and extradited back to Mexico. For his crimes, Quintero was sentenced to 40 years in prison until his sudden and unexpected release in 2013 after serving 28 years. Released on a technicality and totally not due to corruption or bribes. A state judge ruled that Quintero was improperly tried in a federal courtroom for state-level crimes, and thus released Quintero with little warning after having completed the sentence for his state-level crimes. The move prompted outrage from the U.S. and federal Mexican prosecutors. Quintero, however, has not been seen since his release, despite an extensive manhunt by Mexican Marines. Today, it's believed Quintero is once more part of the drug trade, and the United States is offering a $20 million bounty for information leading to his arrest. Ayman al-Zawahiri, wanted by FBI U.S. State Department. Ayman al-Zawahiri is the current leader of the mostly defunct al-Qaeda terrorist group. Indicted by the U.S. for his role in the 1998 U.S. Quintero, however, has not been seen since his release, despite an extensive manhunt by Mexican Marines. Today, it's believed Quintero is once more part of the drug trade, and the United States is offering a $20 million bounty for information leading to his arrest. Ayman al-Zawahiri, wanted by FBI U.S. State Department. Ayman al-Zawahiri is the current leader of the mostly defunct al-Qaeda terrorist group. Indicted by the U.S. for his role in the 1998 U.S. Embassy bombings in Kenya and Tanzania, which killed 224 and injured 5,000 others, al-Zawahiri is believed to have helped plan and coordinate both the USS Cole attack in 2000 and the September 11th, 2001 attacks. Al-Qaeda's abilities to operate had...
Damn, I need to know these people if I can snitch these people out. I'm sick of these boys. I snitched them down, killers off. I ran them all out. I said, the dude killed, I see them do it. They give me $1 billion. They made me look, I was not there when that boy got killed. I would have snitched him out too. I said, y'all, it takes some money for me. I require to be paid in cash. The only request. What is it, Lord? Oh, son down, son. You gotta be like this, man, when you see ISIS. They say that one down dude, Mexican, man, that drug lord over there in Mexico, that new, the recent, there's another drug lord in Mexico, he went over $1 million something for information for his arrest. No, I don't. No, I read his name, bro. That's too much money. I can see myself with that. Now I can go buy 4,000 F-150s and 80 building F-350s, duties and stuff. I mean, I snitch some motherfuckers out. Who that damn stuff? Friend crap. Motherfucker, I prefer to have a decent life. You don't snitch and all that. You can't eat that kind of money just snitch these people out. It'll take more than that. Can't keep my mouth shut. killed some bit Martin. I would that bulge right in there that blow his head slap off. I would bulge up in there with a bazooka and just blow the whole face up. I know he couldn't escape now. That's why I could have been a good soldier in the military. I would have killed some bit Martin quick. I wouldn't even gave him a chance. Say I'm innocent. Blow his head slap off. Kill some terrorists. That's why I'm trying to get in the military. If I can go kill some terrorists, I would have killed some ISIS terrorists. You know what I'm saying? So I hate terrorists. I hate terrorists. I hate Klan members. I hate any kind of racist bigot. I hate terrorists. I hate dictators. The list go on. The kind of people I hate, man, I'll be like clean the whole world for me. I wish I could, man. I could kill Bill to kill him. And they're gonna pay me for him to do it. They're working and paid to kill somebody who killed millions of people. I would feel bad. I feel bad. I'm the most wanted terrorist in the country. I was reading that. I'm ready to see some like 4 episodes. The most wanted people on the planet YouTube video. I was trying to learn stuff about all these killers and stuff. And the price tags will leave your ass. Oh my god, these are the real price tags. Most wanted people in the world. Top 10 most wanted people in the world, man.
Today, we're covering some of the FBI's most wanted fugitives. These 10 most wanted people in the world are some of the most hunted criminals on the planet. They're all wanted for murder, along with a variety of other crimes. They're all on the run and will have to spend their entire lives looking over their shoulder until they're eventually brought in to answer for their crimes. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all the latest and most exciting content. Number 10. Robert William Fisher. Robert William Fisher is a U.S. citizen who was added to the FBI's most wanted list on June 29, 2002. He's the 475th criminal to be added to this list, and became a fugitive after he supposedly murdered his wife, Mary, and their 2 children, Robert Jr. and Brittany. Fisher didn't stop there, however, and tried to cover his tracks by blowing up their home in Scottsdale, Arizona. It seems that his marriage was on the rocks when he went on his murder spree, and the FBI believes his motive was that his wife was talking about divorcing him. It seems that she was worried about Fisher's temper, and rightfully so. Once he had dispatched his family one by one, he rigged a natural gas line to explode, hoping to erase the evidence of his brutal crimes. His issues potentially stemmed from the fact that his parents had a messy divorce when he was only 15, leaving him broken both mentally and emotionally.
once an active member in his Baptist church, he and his wife were undergoing marriage counseling, thanks to an affair he had had with a prostitute that left him with a urinary tract infection. According to neighbors, the two ended up getting into a vicious and heated argument 10 hours prior to their house being decimated by an explosion. When emergency responders arrived to put out the subsequent blaze, they also found that Mary was shot in the back of the chest and that Fisher had slit the throats of both of his children before rigging their furnace's gas line to explode and going on the run. Number 9. Alexis Flores was the 487th fugitive to be added to the FBI's most wanted list on June 2nd of 2007. He's currently a wanted man after he kidnapped, raped, and murdered 5-year-old Ariana De Jesus in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, back in 2002. A Honduran citizen who was homeless and living a drifting lifestyle in the U.S., Flores was deported to Honduras in 2005 due to his being charged in connection to a forgery ring in Arizona. Unfortunately, he was deported before his more troubling crimes came to light. 5 years after the event, DNA evidence effectively tied him to his crime. But at that point, he had already disappeared after going into hiding back in Honduras. With few leads to go on, it seems that Flores will remain on the FBI's most wanted list until he's finally apprehended and brought back to the U.S. to face justice. The chances of that happening seem to be slim these days, although the FBI is still actively searching for him and will probably continue to do so until he's either found dead or eventually brought in alive. He can be easily identified thanks to a large surgical scar on his neck that Flores said he received after being injured when Hurricane Mitch hit Honduras back in 1998. Number 8. Jason Derek Brown. Jason Derek Brown has been on the FBI Most Wanted list since December 8th of 2007, when he became the prime suspect in a murder and robbery investigated fugitive. They have narrowed down the list of countries that he potentially escaped to, and are sure that he fled to either France or Thailand. Number 7. Yasser Abdel Saeed. Yasser Abdel Saeed is wanted for the double murder of his daughters back in January 1st, 2008. He was officially added to the FBI's most wanted list on December 4th of 2014, and is the 504th person to make the list. Saeed was supposedly very controlling of his family and was upset that his daughters weren't adhering to traditional Islamic cultural practices. He got them to join in his cab by suggesting the trio go out to dinner, but shot them when they got inside. He eluded police and is now on the run. It seems that he also physically and sexually abused both of his daughters, proving that he's a pretty despicable guy. Some sources say that he may have fled to Egypt, but the FBI is sure that he's still driving a cab somewhere in New York City, but they haven't been able to track him down yet. Number 6. Bedreshkumar Chetanbhai Patel. Bedreshkumar Chetanbhai Patel is wanted for stabbing and killing his wife in plain sight in a donut shop in Hanover, Maryland on April 12, 2015. He was added to the FBI's most wanted list on April 28, 2017, making him the 514th addition to the list. He fled the scene and was last seen hopping on a shuttle headed to Pennsylvania Station in Newark, New Jersey. He could be anywhere at this point, having ties to Canada, India, and a number of U.S. states. Number 5. Santiago Villalba Medeiros. Added to the FBI's most wanted list as the 525th entry back on September 25th of 2017, Medeiros was a known member of the East Side Lacotes Serenos gang and is wanted for his part in the fatal shooting of a young woman and the attempted murder of his victim's brother. He also shot another man and killed him a few months later. Medeiros was a teenager at the time, but his crimes were vicious enough that the FBI took notice. They placed a $100,000 bounty on Medeiros' head and have been looking for him ever since. Number 4. Alejandro Castillo. Alejandro Castillo was added to the FBI's most wanted list on October 24, 2017, thanks to his connection to the murder of 23-year-old Sandy Lai Lee. Castillo by a surveillance camera crossing the border. It's assumed